Ryota made an incredible presentation and demo. It really is. So, and as far as I understood, most of you already know about Rider and use Rider. So initially I wanted to make pretty much average basics demo, tips and tricks, but it seems to be, I think it will be too boring to you. So what I will do instead will be pure improvisation, okay? And I'll try to just share my experience of an IDE, maybe some advanced tips and tricks. What can you do with Rider? I'll cover some basics, but just a few concepts. So yeah, let's start. Now, so we have all these thousands of features. Okay, now the question is how to discover them. How to understand whether I can do this or not. For us, there are different of entry points, but the major entry points are, of course, search everywhere. So search everywhere is a aggregator where you can find and search for anything, whether these are classes, files, symbols inside your solution or outside, or even actions. So for example, I want to find plugins settings page. Plugins, and I see the folders here, I can see the files, and I can see actions, and under actions submenu I can see action plugins, which will navigate me to corresponding settings page. Very useful, and if I don't know how to find something, Control N, Command N, or Shift or any other short case bound to this action. But what most of you don't know is that sometimes you have to discover context-dependent actions. So, for example, I have selected this piece of text. How can I find all the actions applicable for this selection? Again, I can invoke go to action. But the second major entry point is alt enter. Alt enter will show me all the actions applicable and which are on the top right now. But you can still invoke much more. Just start to type here when the alt enter menu will be open. For example, toggle. And you will see that you will search for any actions which are applicable here. Maybe they were not presented on this initial list, but they're still applicable and you can find them. For example, I don't know how to, I don't want to remember all these thousands of short keys. I hate this. I just want to place a breakpoint here. So alt enter, breakpoint, toggle line breakpoint. F9, okay. It's too narrow, it's too small, but you can see it. Boom, breakpoint is there. So, very, very important feature to discover the product. Now, many of you know about the Solution Explorer, which is on the left. But apart from Solution Explorer, we have also, specifically for Unity, we have Unity Explorer, which reflects the flat script structure, but still it presents the compiler stages right there, like post-processing stage or editor stage. But also we have here the file system view, which shows just the file system as it is, and assemblies. Assemblies actually shows it is like an embedded .pig inside Rider. You can explore any kind of assembly. For example, you want to decompile assembly on your disk. Okay, there is a specific action for this, open assembly. The dialog will appear, you will open an assembly and voila. To navigate to all these explorers from the code, you can either turn auto scroll to source and auto scroll from source modes here. So once I'll select the tab here, for example, or here, you see the selection on the left in Unity Explorer also jumps. So I select the file, the editor, and Unity Explorer here also selects the corresponding file, and vice versa. I just click here and immediately the editor is open for this selection in Unity Explorer. Apart from this, we have a feature called Locate in Solution Explorer. In default key maps, it's Alt-Shift-L, or again, locate, select in solution view. Again, if you forgot this combination, Alt-Enter, start typing the feature in English and you will find it. Now, many of you know about the go to definition, go to declaration feature. What we have in Rider is embedded decompiler. So you can actually go to decompiled code without tuning up, setting up any of these PDB servers, without anything. Everything will be done on the fly. Just go to declaration, and right now I'm expecting actually Unity code. So this is a Unity code, not mine. These are the bodies of methods inside Unity editor. How to distinguish external code and my code? Very simple, with the color. The external code editor is marked, unfortunately it's too small, but the editor tab is slightly yellow, dark yellow. The rest are just normal. Now when I'm navigating through external code, again I can invoke the same action, locate in solution view, and it will locate me to the view. Now, what is also important for the external code is that almost all the navigation you get used to in normal code work here. For example, component. Show me all the derived types from component. Derived implementations. Okay. Here you go. So we see all these implementations of component. There are a lot of them, of course. You see this tiny little icon on the right side. What it does, it actually skips all these results to find results view. So you can skip it, like pin it, and then continue working, doing something. It won't be lost, because if it will be just in a pop-up view, it will be lost. Okay, now another very important thing many developers don't know. For example, I'm starting to actually write code. By the way, right now I want to complete this with this method, and one would just open the curly bracket, right? But what I would do, and I encourage you to find a feature called complete statement. It is Command-Shift-Enter, and it will complete all the statements. Like, I don't want to do the rest. It's quite easy. Command-Shift-Enter, voila. Or for example, if I'm doing this, Command-Shift-Enter, it will format the code for you and the current context, and you can just continue typing further. Okay, so I type something, and then again I navigate to mono-behavior to behavior. I was investigating some stuff. So I made a couple of navigations. Let's say, yeah, it ended up in this class. And now I want to go back to the last position where I was typing. How to do this easily? I can of course search through all these steps, but this is too slow. What can I do is use feature go to last edit, which is Command-Shift-Delete, which immediately will bring you to the last place you edited. Or another feature you can use is last recent changes, Command-E. Again, I'm saying loudly all these shortcuts. You don't have to remember them. Just again, Alt-Enter, recent changes. Okay, here we go. And you see the recent changes. Or recent files, for example. Here you see all the list of recent files, and blue files in this list are the changed ones. Okay, back to my typing. Yeah, I think most of you know about the live templates, right? So for example, I can start typing something like this, right? But how many of you know about the postfix templates? Just one. Okay. So this is a very cool feature. See this. I declare, let's say, a list. Again, right now I'm standing here. I need to close this statement. Instead of moving my caret to the right, placing the, again, Command-Shift-Enter, boom, it will do everything for me and place the caret inside. Okay, and now I want to think of my live templates from object perspective, from the thing I want to iterate through, not from perspective of the live template itself. So I start typing list, not for each, list, because I want to iterate list. And then I type dot for each. And it will do the same for me. For example, s, this is a string, the local variable of type string. I want to check it for now. Instead of typing if live template, like if and the following, I'll type s dot not now, enter, and again it will complete the whole and expand the whole live template for me. There are a bunch of such live templates. Please try them. Right now they're not customizable, unfortunately, but still there are plenty of them. So it's just another way of thinking when you're writing your code. Okay. Good. Any questions so far? Okay. Let me continue with features which Ryota already shown. I actually find them very, very helpful and amazing. So this is what I was talking in my first presentation. Rider can parse your game scenes, your YAML files, and therefore find all the usages of your mono behaviors inside these game scenes. So here, these are the normal usages. All these code vision, code lenses are divided into two parts: asset usages and normal usages. Normal usages are usages in your normal C# code. You can quickly navigate to them. Asset usages are usages presented only in YAML. Let's find something. Okay, here, 6 asset usages. So when Unity editor is being run, right now Unity editor is launched there in the background. Navigating to all these items will bring me to Unity editor. Will show the Unity editor, focus it, and highlight the corresponding game object. This is the feature built on top of this protocol bridge. When the Unity editor is off and it's not working, the feature will still be working. It will navigate you to the prefab or asset file to YAML. Okay. Here you see, you cannot see this because of me, but on the right, yeah, here in the right corner, yeah, there is a tiny status bar icon which reflects the current state of this protocol bridge. If there is a green dot, it means that we are connected with each other. I mean Rider and Unity editor. And all these cross product features will work. If not, then not. Another things we've introduced in 19.2 is now we analyze the usages of specific Unity properties also in assets files. So for example, this one we understand that it was changed in 6 different assets. Here, here, and here. Okay, I can navigate again. Here. Okay, but yeah, Ryota perfectly shown all this stuff to you. Let's move forward. I shown you the decompiler, bundled decompiler. I will show you much cooler stuff. To do this, I'll open another solution. Yeah, I hope everything will work. It's pure improvisation. And okay, open the same project in Unity. Yeah, this is a very simple game, ping pong game. And okay, right now I can look at the status bar icon and see that it's green. Everything is working properly. I can continue the demo. How can I attach to Unity editor with the debugger? Very simple, with just clicking one button. What Rider has is a specific run configuration called not just attach to Unity editor, but also to play, which is also again done using this protocol. Okay, choose this and press the button. Ah, it's working. Good. It's working, and I'm debugging my method right now. I'm debugging a game. Now, what can I do here? Of course, in Rider debugger, I can see all the values of my local variables shown already in an editor, which is quite useful. I can step out and step into. What can I do here? And this is, I think, amazing Rider feature. I can step into Unity or whatever external code is without setting up any of the PDBs. So I just press step into. Here. And right now it's not very representative, but you can see that I'm debugging the down property of vector2 type of actually Unity. So sometimes you need to debug Unity engine itself, understand why is it working, or not if you are not a game developer, ASP.NET engine, for example. So you don't have to do anything, just step into it will work. What will work here is also breakpoints, so you can place breakpoints inside the external code and it should work. Yeah, as you can see. Right-clicking on a breakpoint will open a special dialog when you can specify the condition for a breakpoint. And here we also have the completion, and we have you can specify something like down or something. Good. Good. Any questions so far? Yes.
Are there any restrictions for Unity version? All of this feature, like find usage.
Find usages?
Find usage and serialize field inspection. But this feature, sorry, can we use this feature for all Unity version? Rider support Unity 5.6.
Unity 5.6. You mean navigating to Unity editor?
Yeah. Can we use this feature Unity 5.6 or?
Okay, good question. So, Rider, regardless of Unity and editor version, the asset files will be analyzed. Either you will navigate to YAML file in an editor, or you will be navigated to Unity. I'm not sure that our plugin for Unity Editor 5.6 will be working. Maybe, I'm not sure. But anyways, you will see here all these usages, asset usages. You will see it there. The only reason why it can be stopped if Rider detects that your game scenes are just huge and unbearable. Like some game dev companies, they have asset files for gigabytes, tons of these files.
So huge.
Yes, so we heuristically detect this and turn off this feature, not to ruin the performance. And we notify, like, unfortunately, your game is like too insane to handle.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. What do we also introduced in 19.2 is just let me continue. Is an easy moving the cursor, the debugging execution point up and down. Previously, you could just drag the error. Did you know about this? You could just drag the error and step back. Right now, you can actually choose whether you can jump to cursor or force run to cursor. So the difference is the jump to cursor will not continue the execution of your program, while force run to cursor will actually disable for a while all breakpoints and say, okay, go there. So right now here, when you will move your caret to a specific line, you will see a small icons set next statement to here, which is force run to cursor, and run execution to here, which will do all these two actions. Okay, now let's move forward. Let's type something in this method again. Let's say and now I want to revert these changes. I have Git integrated, and Rider has embedded Vcs Integration. We have a dedicated tool window tab for this. Here, and again, this was introduced in 19.2. We have non-model new commit dialog right in the tool window where you can see all the local changes. All the local changes for Git. You can see the changes here. You can revert them. You can press Command D and go one file after another and inspect everything. You can choose what kind of changes you want to commit and what kind of changes you don't want to commit, but still keep these changes locally. Everything works as previously. What I'm encourage you to do is learn shortcut, maybe third shortcut, which is Control V, VCS operation pop-up. VCS operation pop-up is the central major entry point for all VCS operations for IntelliJ, Android Studio, Rider, for all IntelliJ based IDEs. Here you can start typing, pull, push, local history or revert or something, and you can easily do it. So for example, if I want to switch to some branch, I usually do VCS operation pop-up, branches, without any mouse. Start typing another branch, and if it's checkout as, you're done. So without without moving mouse, you can just with the keyboard-centric approach, you can easily operate with branches. Do you have any questions regarding the version control system? Maybe you are lacking of some discoverability of features.
I want to deselect certain part of block when I commit.
Yes, you can do.
We can deselect certain code change blocks.
Yes.
But I cannot deselect certain part of.
So you want like something like semantic merge, like keep the line but commit a part of the line. Yeah.
You said change blocks, split it. Sometimes I deselect certain line of change lines.
Okay, good. Okay, another example of a feature which is based on top of this protocol bridge is launching the Unity tests. How many of you know about Unity tests from Unity? Not unit, but Unity tests. Yeah, Unity tests are tricky, guys. They can be launched only inside Unity editor correctly, because only Unity editor knows about the game scenes, game objects, all this stuff. So to do this, we've developed the following. Okay, I'll revert all these changes. I hope it will work. I'll build the solution. There should be some tests here. Here they are. Okay. Tests to window, unit test. Okay, I see all these tests. I want to find the Unity test. How to do this? If I'll just invoke search everywhere and type Unity tests, unfortunately I won't find anything because there is no such a type or method. There is another feature very useful, find in path, which will just perform a simple plain text search. Unity test, here you go. Okay, yeah, I was right, there are a bunch of Unity tests here. Now, I want to make the Rider small just to show you how does this actually works. This is pretty cool, if it will work. I think it will. Okay, now I'm launching all these tests. Couldn't be found. It cannot be compiled. Sorry. Okay, let's fix all these errors very quickly. I'm sorry. Yeah. To do this, we can box collider to the. You know what? I think this type is commented somewhere. No? Okay. I'll enter fix everything. Maybe this will be working. Okay, now start again. Good. Standalone unit launcher. It's not interesting. You see here is a drop down. Here's a drop down which indicates how can you perform your unit tests. Right now I'm launching the standalone and unit launcher, which is not interesting because it won't work for Unity tests. And will hardly work for this test at all. Okay. Unity editor edit mode. Let's try to launch this. Okay. No. Something is not working. Another example I can show to illustrate this bridge is a log view. So you see this log view, which actually synchronizes the same log view from Unity editor. But in comparison with Unity editor, here you can select an item and you can navigate to this item very easily. Well, starting from 19.2, 19.3, Unity editor highlights the stack traces as well. But I still think that here the colorized Stack Explorer here is much better. Yeah, the same stack trace you will get by running the unit tests. Here, everything here is navigatable. Okay, folks, this was a couple of advanced features I wanted to share with you. I didn't want to make it too simple. You're quite advanced fellows. If you have any questions, please ask. Sorry for the failed Unity test demo, but I think it's something with the project itself. So the Rider itself should be working fine. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer your questions regarding the product, and thank you for your time.